there, it's Mary Fealty from Broadtree Solutions, where we dig data with Power BI. So in this session, what we're going to look at is how to deal with a text file that is fixed width rather than delimited in some fashion. So what we'll do is we'll go and get some data. So it's a text file in this case, and I've just called it their non-delimited text file. And once we open that, what we'd typically expect if it was delimited, that it would automatically have done its thing, or if it was a particularly unusual one, we would customize it. But this isn't of that nature. This is a fixed width file. So once I've selected fixed widths, what we're getting then here is an indicator of what it's looking for, which is, look, would you tell me exactly what is the number of characters I need to split this information by? And it's just impossible to tell successfully in this area. So the method I've found to bet works for me is actually to go back to Excel. And for the purposes here, we'll do the same thing. We'll get the same file. Here it is in that folder. But because it's Excel, it's expecting an Excel file. So we just let it know we're looking at all types. So this time we'll go for the non-delimited text file. And this opens up the text import wizard, which applies to all versions of Excel, certainly back, it's in every version of Excel, so you don't need to worry too much about that. Usually what I try to do is just go down to where I can see the data that I actually want. A lot of these are just headers that are going to get lost in this process, but I'm not worried about that. So click on Next, and it has attempted to split it, but it's not really working the way I want it, because I want to split it where the next column begins. So I'm just clearing those off just by checking it. And what we're actually looking for is we're looking for these numbers here. So you can see that the very first column actually finishes, or the new column begins at 12. So these are the things that we're looking for. So I can clear that off. In fact, I don't really need to clear all of them off. It just helps me better trace them. I find it easier to find what I'm looking for by removing the unnecessary lines. So here we go, and there I'll have to clear that one off. So now we've got 10, 45, 66, and so on. And in actual fact, that's us now done with Excel. I can go on ahead and close that. And what I can do then is just place in here the characters that I had defined in Excel. So once I do that, we're starting to be cooking with gas. So now if we just go into the edit mode, we'll see it more clearly. Now the data itself it's just random stuff, because that's not important. What's important is that it's done exactly what I need it to do. It split it all up very nicely. There's still work ahead with relation to what I'm going to do with it next, but the important part is that I have what I need. So hopefully you'll find that useful as and when the time comes for you to come across some of these legacy bits of data and you want to use Power BI for all its other glorious things. So thanks very much, and cheers.